Good morning, guys. We're live. It's 28th of November. It's Thanksgiving in the US. We're Signal Centre. We're talking ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. How are we, gents?
All good, you?
All
Yeah,
good,
very
thanks,
well,
mate.
thank you. So we go straight in.
Oh, hello.
Straight into the gun to the head challenges from yesterday.
Because you had a big winner, didn't you?
Exactly.
That's why he wants no chitter
Talk
chatter
my
this
own
morning.
book.
Straight in.
Nice winner on Euro Sterling. We're short from that. From 8.45 yesterday, and it slid quite nicely lower throughout the session. If we'd been able to keep it, it would be still going lower, I think, by the looks of things. But it was 1.75R anyway, so that was quite
Lovely.
nice. Got me back in positive.
Oh, I thought you said big R.
1.75.
Is that big
Not
then
too
in your
bad.
book?
It's bigger than it has been anyway.
Oh yeah, much bigger than it has been. Yeah, a bit just a. Yeah, okay.
I had a
Ian,
tiny
you got a
R,
winner as
didn't I?
well. No, yours was 0.7, I think.
Okay.
So pretty good. And Steve, you were stopped on your long oil trade, but I think you were in profit at one point. I think the inventories knocked it out, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it would be the opposite, but yeah. But I'll come back today. I've got a corker today.
Okay, we look forward to it. Well, it's my honor, so I'm going to go first, and I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Was that your corker?
Yeah. It was.
Well, you can still do it. We're just,
Oh yeah,
nothing wrong
mine's
with that.
completely the opposite to you, so it
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
matter.
fine. Well, anyway, I've got this little head and shoulders on the 4-hour chart.
Somebody's going to win.
We started bottoming out yesterday. We broke up through the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern at
Nice.
73.95. We've pushed higher. We are now having a bit of a correction back towards the neckline, so I'm looking to buy that pullback. I've got a stop loss below this candle here, which is the breakout candle on the 4-hour chart. So that's at 72.15. Let's change that. 72.15. Buy now at market, which is 74.93. And I'm going to target these lows here, or this, which should now act as a resistance, which is at 83.60.
Lovely.
60. So just over 3R if that comes off.
Excellent.
So that's
Go on,
my trade
Eddie.
for today.
You don't want to just flip him on his head, no?
No,
I'll go first then.
I'll find another one in my bag of special trades.
Bill and Ben.
Yen.
There's a couple of charts that I think will lead to further selling. Plus, I think with all this, we saw a bit of a dip down, didn't we, in stocks overnight after Trump has signed this rights bill or whatever for the Hong Kong protesters.
Yeah.
And the Chinese foreign minister has promptly warned firm countermeasures in response to the US ambassador in Beijing. So I think that we're probably going to see a reaction lower in stocks, and as such, a reaction lower in dollar yen. This is quite an important level. We've got a previous swing high here at 109.55, and then we've got this 61.8% fib. I think if we put on indicators as well, just the RSI, we're seeing sort of not very strong divergence, but there is divergence there. And I think it's going to push to the downside. I've also got...
Just out of interest, Ian, do you always use 15 on the RSI?
Yes.
Okay. 14's a default, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any reason for it?
Just don't like looking at everything else that everybody else looks at.
Ah, okay.
And this chart, which is the intraday chart, we should see at least a correction. It's a 161.8% fib. So I'm looking to short dollar yen at the market, which is currently 109.44. 109.55 is the prime short entry. I'm going to target 108.50 for some sort of slam dunk today. And I'll put a 30 tick stop on it, so 109.74.
Lovely.
Nice one. So you don't looking at what other people are looking at, like porn and things like that?
No, always.
There you go. I knew.
Separate screens, because separate screens for that.
That sounded like a political lie there. It was like the Labour lies, Conservative lies, all lies. Am I sharing the right screen?
Elliott Wave, Stevie.
Yeah, I thought I'd put a bit of Elliott Wave in there. Not for any reason, just to sort of make the chart a bit more colourful. We've obviously had the drive higher in 5 waves, and then yesterday obviously we got this really nice hourly correction in the Nasdaq. This is the tech stocks in the US, and it's forming a bit of a bearish flag here, and I'm looking for it to go lower. So I'm going to also put potential head and shoulders formation, but obviously hasn't broken the neckline yet, so hasn't been confirmed. But I expect a retracement to the 38.2 fib, which is down around 83.66. Good risk reward on here, 5.77. Stop is quite tight, so it's a 10 tick stop, and we're looking for it's 10.4. I'm going to change that to 10 tick stop.
Steve, is the Nasdaq open today?
Yeah, it's trading, isn't it?
Is it trading?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, it's trading. It might not be trading later on this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure the derivatives part of it will trade. We don't normally do US trade ideas, do we? In the
half day for everybody.
Yeah. So this is my trade idea for the day. I'm going to stick with it. Not going to be put off by the shouts of is it open or not. It doesn't really matter if it's not open. We'll see the beat. We'll see it open up.
I mean, looking at the other indices in Europe, they're all dragging lower at the minute. So without any US participants to buy it up, it could easily slip off, couldn't it?
You could get that move. I sort of I was going to go for cryptocurrency as well, but I've just flashed that up. So
cool.
Let me.
There was a gun to your head, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, what have we got out today? Anything of interest?
We have got a barrage of European figures, but they're all pretty crap, really. Apart from German
confidence,
German CPI out at 1 o'clock.
Japanese industrial production, which isn't
overnight,
till 10 to midnight.
No, won't be about for that.
And Black Friday tomorrow. So
Black Friday tomorrow.
Everyone will be really shopping around for bargains.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're providing today. So come and grab them when you can.
Yeah. So the news last night, did you see about the YouGov poll?
68
came
seats
out
in
at 10
front.
o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, what's that about? 68 seats in front? Really?
Well, they say they're the most accurate because they called the referendum, I believe, or close to it, or maybe the 2017 election as well.
Okay.
They are a traded stock, actually, YouGov. You can actually buy shares in them, but I think I saw they're owned by a Conservative member.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah. I mean, everything nowadays is all sort of like, who's he work for? Oh, he must be Conservative. He must be Labour.
There's just no trust in anything,
they're sort of. I think the document that they've produced saying that the Tories are going to sell the NHS to the US just turns out to be there's nothing in there that actually says that.
Oh,
so
he went all out on that yesterday, didn't he, Corbyn?
Yeah, it's a lot of scaremongering. I think Trump was the only one that has maybe mentioned it. You got the Tory group, the sort of think tank, that have said it could be a good idea, but again, they sort of it's all backhandedly related. So there's nothing in the Tory policy to say they're going to do that. So
no,
I think everyone will be up in arms.
All the sterling markets rallied quite sharply high yesterday, breaking out of their sort of mini consolidations.
Yeah, could see a channel breaking cable, couldn't you?
Is that based on the
27 days has been mixed?
It was at
now.
10 o'clock last night. We saw the move higher. So obviously the sterling market's favouring a Conservative win.
Yeah,
that was sterling Swiss. It broke out to new highs. Look at sterling yen, pushed up, made a marginal new high, but could be failing or stalling around here today. I've got a buy on a dip on that. Let's have a look at cable, what that did. Yeah, so still got a bit of work to do if it's going to break that channel, but it certainly had a decent move up yesterday on the back of the pole being released.
Seen data out from which magazine saying 1 in 20 Black Friday deals is genuine.
1 in 20.
Yeah. Which it does feel a bit like that.
Bother then.
No, I think what you do is you just get like old stock that they sort of haven't got rid of, like Hoovers that are like 2 or 3 years old, which, you know, people go out and pay stupid amounts of money for. And so we'll see what the deal is.
Is that what you've
It
got
feels
Tina for Christmas, a Hoover? You are a generous
yeah, you know what?
bastard.
She likes technology. She just, you know, isn't
Hoover's
completely
not really
convinced.
technology. Is it?
Well, I beg to differ. I think Mr. Dyson would have a word to say about that.
We have to get one of those robot ones, so then it just does it itself, just goes around the house and continuously hoovers.
He's got one. It's called Tina.
She can't hear you, can she?
No, but she watches these all the time.
Oh,
These videos. She absolutely loves them.
All right, guys. Should we wrap it up there then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Cheers.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye.